Well, hi guys and gals, it's me George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. We're back down here and I'm going to prepare to put this motor into the Goofy cart. I think to lighten my load just a little bit, well, the first thing we'll do is I'm going to cut these pipes coming out of the exhaust, and I need to spin this around so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to tip it up on its nose like this so that I can keep the oil from draining out of it, because I need to take this oil drain out of here, and there is another one on the back side down here. You can't see where I'm pointing. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out and put the plug in for now, and then after we've decided where exactly the motor is going to set, then I will put another drain coming out the side, because this will be right in our way. This is where the clutch is going to go on here, which will be facing towards the back. So yeah, that's the first thing we're going to do right now. See if I can get this to come off of here. I know it's been a few days since I put up any video, and I'm just now getting over COVID again. My wife now has it. Come on there, girl. There we go. I have to make a new engine plate for this engine to sit on, because this is a whole lot wider than the original engine was. Get a wire brush around that a little bit. Some of you may have enjoyed watching our chicken folly on occasion that I have posted. Well, my wife and I came to the decision today that we're probably going to be getting out of the chicken business. They have produced much more than we can eat ourselves, and sometimes it's hard to get rid of them, even giving them away. So I just took the plug out of the end of that long piece, and we're just going to screw that in there and close that up. And that'll be it for that part for now. Now the next thing to do is cut the exhaust off. I think I'm going to cut it right down here where it's relatively straight. Well, that seems like a lot of work. Maybe we should get out the power tools. What do you think about them apples? Something we don't use very often anymore now that we have battery operated tools is air powered tools. You can see why my compressor doesn't want to keep up with it. How about an electric one? That takes care of that one. Oh, look at that. That brings the pipe right out. These breathers, I'm going to pull them out. We're going to have to put some different setup for the breathers. I don't want these big things hanging off of there. That bracket. We've got a couple of tins here that we need to get rid of. Any tins, we're not having any tins on it. This is not a stationary motor or lawnmower motor that doesn't move through the air very much. When this baby's going, it's going. And so it needs all the airflow it can get. So I think we're pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to try and slide this motor right over onto our motor plate here. And then we got a lot of figuring out to do. I'm probably going to make I'm going to make a new engine plate. So let's try this. I've let the thing down. Let's see if I can get this to go over in place. When you guys would grab hold of this, it would be a great help. This puppy is not light. I can tell you that right now. Probably a stupid thing that I'm trying to do anyway, because I haven't got my strength back yet. And I see I'm fetching up on my headlight cable. And it has to go that way some more. And I think as far as front to back is concerned, it's probably pretty good. Might actually have to go further forward. The original engine was a couple inches further forward. And I knew this would, well, I don't want to go too much further because then it won't be centered on the engine plates that's there. That gives you an idea where it's going to go. I guess my next thing to do is to make my engine plate so that I can bolt it down, because we've got to have it bolted down before we're going to be able to start it. I do have a new carburetor for it, which we'll be putting on, and I can see already, come around and grab the camera, hitting down in here on that bolt that mounts my right angle gearbox. I think if I were able to come up off of that, I'm really close on the other side, so probably only need to come over about the distance that it would go if I lifted up over that. And I was concerned whether or not the gearbox would clear the bottom of the motor. That's not going to be an issue. And if it will have to go further forward. I can see that now because the chain, it's going to have to come up like this. So it needs to go further forward for my clutch to work. I'll take my clutch and slide it on here. It should go back further than that. I suppose the possibility is that I'm going to have to turn the clutch around. Put it on what you would think of as being backwards, but that's how I had to do it on the gadget bike. I had to have the sprocket in. Ouch, there we go. And even with the sprocket facing in like that, the motor still needs to go forward quite a bit, about like that. That would, so going to come back a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. That's what we're going to have to do. It means I'm going to have to redo this unit here, because this was over the clutch down there, and obviously it's going to be too small, so we're going to need something bigger to fit on there. So and I do want it to come this way more, and that's about as far over as I can go right there. I'm looking at my front, and I'm still off center. For it to be centered, I'd have to move this right angle gearbox some. And I suppose I could do that, but those are all things we've got to work out. It's not just a straight across swap. You know, we're not swapping a single cylinder for a single cylinder. And this one sets up higher, or it's wider. In all things, it's different. So that's where we're at today. I about used up my energy. Apologize for that, but it can't be helped. So next time, I'm going to see about getting my motor plate made and getting this bolted down, and we'll try and getting this running again and running properly. So until next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, sharing, all them good things. Bye for now.